Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. So, today I want to do a reading for the collective, but as I am getting prepared, let's have a little chat. Um, we had to do a mic check yet again. So, somebody could be checking in on Mike. Hey, Mike, check in. um, Someone by the name of Mike, of course. All right, so let's start real quick with the music before I forget. The music that came through, I have to tell you, something very interesting occurred. What happened is that I guess I'll just share the music, okay? Just share the song. It's called I Would Have Loved You Anyway. Now, I'm not necessarily a Partridge Family fan. I didn't even grow up in that era. But what I am finding is that in my solitude days, or in my spiritual quest for solitude and peace, what I've found comfort in has been things that remind me of a time when life was bliss. So the most blissful is, for most or many, or most. Did I say that already? I did. Okay. Is when you're a child, worry free for the most part. And I'm talking about very young because I know that there are some children that grow up with a lot of responsibilities, but we're talking about very, very young. So, anyway, so I Would Have Loved You Anyway is the song from The Masculine that came through today. So, the song says, you know that I've been watching you for quite some time, trying to find a way of making you mine. Long before you started a coming on strong with me, with a super charm that brought me down, see, or down to see. Hey, didn't you know? Sorry, I feel like coughing. I don't know why right now. Hey, didn't you know that you've been acting like a movie star? And didn't you think I'd dig the person you are? No, you never really had to put on all that show. I decided when I met you a long, long time ago. I would have loved you anyway. I would have thought you were fine. I would have taken you any day. I still would try to make you mine. I'm stuttering. I would have loved you anyhow. I would have thought you were okay. So the chorus continues, but you get the drift in terms of the masculine energy. Oh, I decided when I met you long time ago, I would have loved you anyway. You were fine. Just like, okay, I would have thought you were okay. Just like I'm loving you here and now, telling you I'll never go away. So you never really had to put on all that show. So that, now Divine Feminine, I know that for some of you, it's hard to, you may have had a connection with a masculine that was very brief and very life changing. And surely it was. Surely it's meaningful. Surely he's aware of it. The situation is, however, that as you heal, because I guess the intention to want to be as close to self as can be, in other words, to find someone as close to your soul as can be, is a twin flame that you can get. That would be the connection, how I see it. So, of course, to get there, you have to clear a lot of things. And things you may have been aware of, things you may not have been aware of. But regardless, the healing journey is never what you think it is. It never plays out as easy as you think, or as, I guess I would say, as simple as we would think. there's so many layers and so many parts and so many connections. Everything is connected. Everything. And that's why a lot of people really get into a very paranoid state in the process of, because the intention to be whole means to integrate all of yourself. And all of yourself, when you give so much of yourself to so many, when you give of your intention, when you give of your time, your energy, your, I don't know, your heart, you give of yourself, and whether it's returned or not, parts of you are out there. This masculine is aware of that, but also realized how triggering, because he is also whole in himself. The interchange, the interaction can be transformative for both, in the sense of it challenges your old perception, it challenges your old ways of thinking, it challenges your old ways of behaving, how you hear. That was an interesting bird call there. No, that's a car. Is that an alarm or a bird? Okay, it's an alarm. I'm like, that is not a bird. But it felt like, because it was just so random. Okay, anyway. Alarm could be significant right now. Or maybe sound the alarm. Oh no, what are we talking about here? Let's interrupt this. Interference as usual. But where were we? It's just that easy. So, the masculine is very well aware of the connection, but also was, I guess you can say, understood the greater intricacies that in your own innocence, Divine Feminine, perhaps you didn't realize. How difficult the true path of sovereignty can be, and the only reason it's like having a spirit guide watching you, but they can't actually help you. They can only go through others to get to you. Energetically, you have to be able to perceive them, understand them, hear the message beyond the experience that's happening. This spiritual aspect has to be taken on your own. And I think for the most part, the feminines are aware of this, in their own way. It's like, it's not that one is more aware than the other, is that the perspectives are so different, and yet with equal weight in terms of the knowing or the recognition. But the way it's seen from the other side is not as we expect or as we think, or you know what I mean? It's because it's different. So going through that process could be challenging. And why am I telling you this? Because your masculine knew this the day that you guys met. The day that he knew consciously who you were before you knew consciously. But you knew it in your heart before he was aware in his heart. He's aware of it in his heart. Now that he's aware of it, the whole picture, I guess you can say, because you're aware of it, the whole picture of what that was. It's like he can say, I would have loved you anyways. Like he knew it already. Like I already knew, but I had to give you space to do what you had to do because I was already ready. And it could be true, or, who knows? I would like to say that my masculine, for sure, is far wiser than I am and can guide me where I am deficient in my wisdom. So Divine Feminine, spirits of love. Okay, so this is what was interesting. So the music stopped after that song, and I was like, but wait, spirit, wait. It's the feminine. I need a song for the feminine. And so I turned on my Pandora's box. And of course, what song comes through on my shuffle is Spirits of Love. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I heard you. Thank you. Thank you. Alarm. Again, alarm. Alarm. Maybe alarms are going off. Maybe the alarms are setting off and people's, like, oh shit. There's a lot of things that are like being not triggered, but memories are like being sparked. But anyways, let's go back to the song, Spirits of Love. Oh, what was the name of the guy? It's from Spain, and it was published in 2005, so the year 2005 could be significant. But what I found interesting about this song and this connection, Dangalang, hold on, there we go. Okay, thank you. Nocy, it's called Nocy, Nocy. It's a great pleasure to find again Nocy's dazzling speed and virtuosity, which we had already savored in his previous successful release, Flames of Spain. So I highly recommend you listen to the song Spirits of Love by Nocy, Nocy. It's a like acoustic style kind of music, guitar. And what it gave me this, and this is why the song kind of like really had an interesting effect, right? I was fine. Life was good. Hold on. I was happy. I was just smiling, dancing, listening to music, just enjoying, getting myself in my zone, Hold on. Incense. Oh gosh. Let me get it before it makes big old fire. My goodness. Need a little bit of oomph in that. All right, so, oops. Okay. All right. So, where was I? Damn it. Okay. The song. So it starts playing, right? And then, of course, you know how we can easily drift into a nice little realm. And I started thinking of the masculine dancing, very tropical place, just a beautiful, just a silhouette of a divine masculine, divine feminine dancing in a tropical place. But it's not just the dancing, it's not just the beauty of it, the pleasure of it, the feeling that the song brought about, the love. It was, oh my goodness, it was like everlasting love that felt so, but then I start crying, like crying, and I'm just like, oh Lord, what is wrong? And it's like, okay, nothing is wrong, but what happens when you have a heart chakra, expansion, we can say. So it behooves us to take time in letting go. Oh, because there was this also, prior to that happening, it's like the past wants to keep a hold of what once was. And you have to truly desire to no longer live in the past. And I know I recently mentioned the nostalgia of finding but to go back into the past consciously and select those moments of bliss is not the same as being put in a reality that is no longer your reality to live in. And to be put there and stay kind of like in that reactive, old memory. It's like you don't belong there. That's not your reality. Like, what are you doing here? So when you shift into the new world, when you shift into your new world, your new reality, and you focus now on the what we're creating, where we're going, how we're getting there, and when you start to feed that, and that starts, I think it's Michael Beckwith that says, I think it says like your purpose pulls you, um, faith, something like that, like faith drives you, and then no, something weird, and then your purpose pulls you. Okay, I completely said that the wrong way, I'm sure, but Michael Beckwith is the person that I'm trying to reference here, and it has to do with like you do get pulled by the new vision. The new vision is the one that was created even before your masculine appeared in your life. Before your masculine appeared, that dream was put in your heart long before, which is why you entertain a lot of bullshit before you got there. Before meeting your masculine, you were entertaining the karmics under the belief or under the filters that made you, you know, oh, spirit said that, I'm going to truly have this love, right? This real, genuine, absolute treasure of a love. And that love is real. But here's what's interesting. That the reason that song, I have to say this, that song, what it did was, it's like, it's what poets and romantics and dreamers already kind of know or feel, or fear maybe, or maybe not even fear, have accepted or have fallen into kind of the disappointment of bliss only lasts little moments, like those moments of pure bliss. Dreamers can live forever in that fantasy world, and because there's nothing more beautiful than the fantasy world. But those that can, or those that tend to fall out of it but can still appreciate it, can see the bubble burst of that love is so beautiful, but it isn't real, or people are inclined to say, but that's not real, and that can make people very sad. Like, it's not real, that bliss, does not exist, or have very negative beliefs that kind of love is unreal or doesn't, but they do. And most people, hopeless romantics, I guess you can say, aren't necessarily all, maybe some, but aren't all just hopeless romantics in theory. They've experienced what to them in their heart has been a dream come true many times in love. What a dream come true. Oh my God, what bliss to be so loved, so open, so giving, so gracious, so like when you truly like, and this, it doesn't always have to be just in the romantic setting, but the feeling of true pleasure, true joy, true contentment, true, that sense of God is here in this moment, in this space, in this time, and it's like a gratitude. Thank you. That it's like you're getting it's like in that moment you're having a snapshot of that moment, and it's a memory. It becomes a memory, and it's I think they had it in the movie. What was that cartoon? Oh God, with like all the characters: anger, joy, sadness. I can't think of the name. Inside Out. Inside Out. Okay, I did too, I guess, because Inside Out Part 2 might be significant. But Inside Out was the joy. It's like going back to the core happy memory. We could be healing the solar plexus chakra as well. But there's something to do with that song hit. It wasn't like a personal pain so much as it was like a core memory or a core pain or a core broken, a place of fantasy that eventually doesn't come true kind of energy. But it's not true. It has come true many times. It does come true. But the old story kept us in that burst, that bubble, fall into that rabbit hole. Work your way out of it. Bubble burst, fall into that rabbit hole. Work your way out of it. And it just kept you in that kind of like thing. But once you're like, oh, I snapped out of that. Okay, I'm not like, I don't live in the reality you're creating for me. You could be anyone that is trying to create something over my belief about who I am or what I want or what I can do or not do to actively cause me to manifest with my gifts of manifesting those realities. Because who believes in you more than your enemy? Your enemy believes in you because they know that when you told them you're fucking with the wrong one, they saw what happens when they do that. You're not cursing them or telling them anything. It's on a spiritual level, you know what you've done is wrong. There's an integrity of you just know the difference. I mean, if you know, you know, and you don't, I guess you'll figure it out. But okay, well, your enemy knows better than anyone how powerful you really are and how you foresee things, and you give them warning and they ignore those warnings, and then when shit hits the fan, like they say, then they're saying like, damn. But what they also are conniving enough to do is to go around that. And then it's like, okay, so if you can manifest, let's make sure that what you're going to manifest doesn't benefit you to your own good. And sabotage your manifestations. Anything good, project anything opposite to it. You know, it's like, okay, so anyone thinking that makes sense, and I guess they do on some level, but maybe perhaps because they're unaware of spiritual laws, or because they're unaware that there is a thing that no matter how much you want to believe your little bubble gets overridden by your bigger bubble of reality that you have to live in until you can come up with a way to get out of yourself. You'll always live in another person's world when your world is small. So, good luck getting out of that bubble. Am I smiling too much? That smile was like... The Cruella de Vil smile. King of Wands energy here. The Ace of Cups. Your masculine could be feeling a lot of passion for you, feminine. A lot of passion. Wait. We're not here for this yet. It's getting a little messy, folks. It's getting a little... Oh, what did I just hear? They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. You know, some asshole online tried to project that shit on me once. Like I didn't already tell that story to certain people in my life about that movie. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, people think that they think they're slick. They'll tell you something not knowing that you know exactly the source that sent them. You know what I mean? And it's like... How did my story go from being so beautifully blissful to talking about the karmics? I hate talking about the freaking karmics. Spirit is like, okay, listen here. Hold on. They always do this when there's like some kind of like message. And the message is focus. Focus. Okay, so spirits of love, we already went through that, and I think that was all, folks, in terms of music. Okay. So, where were we? All right, we're going to do a reading then. Why not? Why not? Okay. Excuse. I want to pull an animal card. Should we get an animal totem first? I'm not as aloof. Oh my God. Okay. Why is this story coming up? We have a story here, folks. Baseball. Baseball could be, why? Is it baseball season? No. What season is this? I don't know. Isn't like basketball in the spring? Anyways, baseball. Something about, well, that the story was, I think it was 1996. The Florida Marlins won the World Series game. And I remember the parade outside my neighborhood in Miami was filled with like the major players of the team that made the winning, I guess, plays. They all kind of came out singing from like their country, talking about the Puerto Ricans came out saying Puerto Rico, and then the Cubans came out with their, Cuba. The Dominicans came out playing the drums and singing the guy's name like in music. So it was funny, and everybody was, they're all gonna laugh. I don't know, maybe somebody's saying that, like, don't be, they're gonna laugh. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe somebody's trying to set somebody up for that, to be laughed at. We have the rabbit. Didn't we talk about rabbit hole? Oh God. I pause and reflect on the patterns revealed to me. Different perspectives give me insight and understanding. It is easy for me to give birth to ideas. My creative endeavors come to fruition. I find balance with the cycles of life. Full of ideas, I see. Yes, Divine Feminine. I feel like there's, didn't we mention that yesterday, that there's a lot of projects you could be engaged in, or that you will be engaging in. Excuse me. I have to. I feel like maybe there's stuff that you have to get in order to create it. I don't think it's that difficult to start it. It's just a matter of organizing it in terms of getting the individuals that are going to be involved. Whatever the production might be, I feel like there's going to be a lot of collaboration, or a lot of synchronistic collaborations that are going to work. It'll work on a small scale, but you'll be able to transform it into a larger scale project. I don't know what that means, ladies. You know what that means for you. Trust and believe. Trust and believe me. What did she say? You're gonna need me? I forgot who sings it. Is that, let me not even guess. We have Miss Peacock here. We have a Leo energy. Looking rather... Ooh. Fifth house energies. A lot of Leo energy. A lot of fire. A lot of attention, perhaps. Or a lot of energy here. You could be dealing with someone with a lot of energy. You could be feeling this way. You could be feeling very much, very proud of either your accomplishments, of yourself, looking good, feeling very energized. Mm-hmm. We have commitment here. We have resources tied to resources or commitment with the job. Maybe there's a job offering you like a long term. I see working from home. And it might be very creative as well. And you'll be playing to the beat of your own drums, so to speak, even though that's a piano. But, your own tune. It's like a position made for you. They're committed to offering you I heard fair pay to work from home. And, I feel like it's something catered to you, but it's creative. It has to do with, are you working on some kind of creative project? Like I'm getting more like creative arts, whether it's, because we can turn anything creative in terms of in the workplace. You can make anything more fun. But this is giving me more like recreation, arts, home decor, things that are like colors, enhancements, beauty. I'm seeing like colors, textures, beautifying, a lot of beautifying of things. Definitely. And it's like you're giving it I guess because of how you perceive it or how you value it or how you're giving it your own twist to it, because I guess there's a way of getting something done, but how there's a way that you're doing this. It's like excusez-moi. You're bringing enhancements. You see, it's like it's a nice room, but then the drapes give it like a more class, or it gives it like you're doing some enhancements. So whatever it is, whether in the job, your ideas are enhancing the project. And this could also be creating the stage or creating the setup for an event, being the creative director. Where did I recently hear that? Again, the movie, What Women Want. It just, I can't get that movie out, What Women Want. He wanted to be creative director, which is why he tried to sabotage the woman that was to take his position. Something is not over. There was some kind of like lollygagging or laziness or lounging around when it comes to the home. I think that came out before. Somebody wasn't trying to communicate and keeping things. Actually, no, there was a lot of talking. Excuse me. Whoever this person is, why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about somebody that's... All right, this Leo, if it's not you, this could be your masculine, divine, feminine. There was someone that wasn't really like doing their part, doing a lot of talking, maybe within the home or about the home. They were, while this person was busy trying to like understand something in regards to their personal life or to their how they are relating to their partner. We have the first and seventh house here. Okay, the study in the library. This could be a karmic relationship that they were healing, or it could be understanding on a deeper level, a soulmate connection. We have a Libra here. So someone could have been, we have a Gemini here. Someone could have been talking either about a Libra or a Gemini, or about this, or about a Leo. Those are the three energies showing up right now. But it had to do with the partnership, it had to do with a lot of gossip, and it had to do with leadership and who's going to be a leader, who is going to be the first one. We have an Aries here. Something is being kept hidden. We have the 8th house here. There's some either resources that are not being shared. There's some secret in regards to a job. There's like a, is it a side hustle? Is that what you would call it? A side hustle? Or somebody has like a secret job or secret income or something of that magnitude. Don't mind me. Okay. Chef White, Capricorn. This is somebody that is truly a boss. This person is pulling all the strings, okay? We have a Capricorn, a boss, whether that's your masculine or you divine feminine, in the sense of like you're calling the shots when it comes to your own to what you do, the work that you do. But yet there is something that isn't being, something in regards to the resources, something in regards to let's keep it that way. It's staying occult. Your resources are remaining secret from those that are trying to gossip, and so is your commitment. So whatever it is that you're committing to in terms of the job or in terms of a commitment, an actual commitment, it's being kept hidden, and it's because what you are creating, for some you could be actually conceiving, and for others you just may be bringing life, just bringing life. I guess you could say life in terms of like the love that you share. You come together, you brighten up the environment with new life, the inner flame. There is something about, there's no communication. Don't communicate. I don't know if Spirit is advising you not to communicate, or that communication is being secret at this time or covered up. Just yeah, look at that. 4th chakra, the heart chakra. Definitely the heart chakra is being activated. It's being triggered to remember your lineage, your history, your royalty, your reign. Now you could take this as, actual or just as a concept within you. Like there was a time where you felt royal, or you felt that, king of your castle, queen of your castle, whatever you want to call it, right? And then when you think about what happened to his reign, even though everybody still remembers, what they remember is how he behaved in his room, in his behind the closed doors concept. You know, all the wives that he had, the dramas of how many wives he, you know, harmed and didn't harm, who was safe around him and who wasn't, the Reformation, everything, all the changes that went on, that whole storyline. You could put it behind you in terms of the patterns being repeated. You can just remember, just remember that you're a Syrian starseed, perhaps, or the Syrian starseeds have something that they want you to remember about that. It doesn't have to be a story to repeat. And he was a Cancer, by the way, King Henry VIII. Yes, he was. Mm-hmm. For you, this might be like a stroll in the park. It's like, been here, been there, done that. And that's another thing I wanted to say with the masculine. Really understanding you had to get out of living in the worlds that were built before you. The worlds built by your society, your parents, concepts, society's concepts, the world's concepts, and then even your own concepts, to be at a place where you can be like, okay, no concepts. And then from there you could be like, oh, okay. But to get to no concepts from the outside looking in would be like, what? You don't have any concepts? Like, you don't have anything to say? And it's like, after a while, there's nothing to say. There's really not. It's like, we have the North here. The North remembers. Arya's revenge. I love the fact that she's an Aries. I loved her character in the Game of Thrones. So this has been a very challenging journey for you, Divine Feminine. You might have felt alone, like you were left like a young girl, defending for yourself, protecting yourself, having to learn skills of survival that you would have never considered, but maybe on some point, because the character of Arya, she always wanted to, you know, kind of like, she wanted to, you know, be treated like her brother. She wanted to be allowed to do things that only at the time were for boys. Girls weren't allowed to do that. Just like there was a time where girls weren't allowed to learn or think. And it's like, any girl with a strong will is going to want to be challenged, but not to the point of be bullied. Oh, you want to be challenged? Then we're going to challenge you 10 times harder than we've been challenged. You've had to face a lot of that kind of energy from, I guess you could say, men that were meant to protect you, or that were put in place to defend or protect you, were somehow some of the ones that mostly did things that were from the enemy. So they played along with the enemy in terms of, you know, betraying your trust, betraying your ways, betraying how you do. So you don't forget. You don't forget, but you're not stuck in the past, okay? So you're focused on your special place. You have a place that you frequent with your masculine, okay? Because there is something to remember about this connection. This connection right now is what you need to be focused on. Something in regards to the West. Maybe it could have been a conversation. It could have been a place you went to. You could have been dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Maybe it was your first date. Maybe it was For some, this could be what's coming, a fine dining experience. You may go, you may travel west. Or someone from the north may be traveling west. There's something that they want you to remember, or they need you to remember, or they need to remember. You're being advised to do some extracurricular activities, dancing, exercising, bath rituals, like to keep your energy clean, keep your energy protected, keep your energy from being pulled out of your alignment. Like with this entire stack of cards, no matter how much I stuttering again. Why are you surprised? I don't know. Somebody is very surprised. It's giving me like somebody either wants to pretend that they just bumped into you. They're not really bumping into you. When I dream at night, it's possible that your masculine, they know how to project themselves. If they focus, you might end up connecting in the dream, and you're going to have a conversation perhaps. Something that can be validated in the physical. So you'll know that you really are connected in the spiritual. You guys are somehow two peas in a pod. You could be very different, in many ways, but there's something specific about the connection that makes you two peas in a pod. Okay, again, that bath ritual, something to do with the moon. You could be taking a nice bath under the moonlight. All right, so we're creating positive vibes, okay, a positive charge. We're I guess we're protecting our base chakra from fear when it comes to illusion, from confusion. Okay, somebody says they can't wait. They can't wait because there's an influencer that said something in regards to mind matters. Okay, they can't wait. This could be a life path 3 or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That could be saying that. We're also with a life path 4 and the dream world. So those are the energies you could be dealing with, something to do with the dream state. We do have Three's Company. Maybe there's somebody that wants to interfere in this connection. There might be something going on in the dream realm. Your masculine is like some kind of experiment or something. Is it like remote viewing kind of thing, right? Or just astral projection of some sort, practicing their can we connect on a dime if we must, for whatever reason. They're going to test that theory, Divine Feminine. Be prepared. Clear your energy, clear the intentions around it, so that it's a safe haven to participate with your masculine. If so, this is what they intend to do. Let it be. All right? I'll come back with another message. Take care. Bye.